he would step across the line. Habitually, he's a habitual line stepper.
You make me happy. Thank y'all for kicking it with the Habitual Line Steppers podcast. I'm Garrett Charles Langley Henson.
I'm Terry too. Let's get to business. What's going on?
Game 2, it's on the horizon. Game 1, already in the books. The Denver Nuggets sprinted out to a blow-away victory that was not close, just like all of their other Game 1s, the entire playoffs, where they went up like 15 at halftime and then put it in cruise control. After 3 quarters, Nikola Jokic had assisted or scored on 69 of the Nuggets' 84 points. At that point, the Heat had 63 points total.
Yep, they suck. But we knew this was going to happen. Like, is this something different? Like, these dudes just played games, like a grueling Game 7. I mean, the Game 7, the actual game, wasn't, like, hard. But the series itself dragged on. Denver sitting there 10 days, 9 days, whatever you want to call it, 8, who cares? They're chilling at home.
And Miami flew straight there from Boston. Like, they didn't even sleep. They're like, fuck. Yeah, is that how you get acclimated? Being on a fucking plane trying to recover from playing a basketball game? Missing your sleep before the next game?
Well, you got to be in the city for like a couple of days just to get acclimated to the city and the jet lag. Have you ever felt jet lag? Have you ever played in a game jet lag? That shit sucks. That shit blows. Anyways.
Most of the times when I play soccer, I feel jet lagged, but I've not traveled at all.
So I drove here. I'm 10 minutes from the field.
Yeah. All the guys on my adult league team, they're like, wait a minute. You had 4 beers and a shot, a burrito, and chips and queso before the soccer game? I'm like, yeah.
Pre-game, maybe.
I'm also hitting my vape in between plays. Gotta stay fresh.
Pre-game.
But Jokic, he was fresh out there, man. He took his first shot with 3 seconds left in the first quarter. He only had 3 shots at halftime, but he had a double-double. He was just in cruise control, conducting everything, looking like the goddamn oracle that we anointed him as.
Yep.
Jimmy Butler, not quite the same, though. You know, we talked about, like, these are the 2 best players all playoffs. Jokic had a 27-point, 14 assists, 10 rebound triple-double, making him the second player ever to have a triple-double in their finals debut since Jason Kidd 21 years ago.
That's crazy. That's insane. Oh, for the Nets, Jason Kidd? That's tough.
Right?
Huh.
Jimmy Butler had 13 points on 14 shots.
Jimmy Butler was atrocious. You were the one who said these are the 2 best. I didn't say Jimmy Butler was the second best player in the playoffs. Just for the record. I mean, he's great, but
you did 2 weeks ago, but then you changed your mind.
He didn't do nothing for me in the Celtics series, bro. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. What do you like from seeing Game 1, which is it's a crapshoot because this is the most tired Miami's going to be and the freshest Denver's going to be. Just watching that, was there anything you saw where you're like, oh, I think Miami can change some shit up here? Get a couple points. I think Denver, outshot themselves in a couple spots. What? Anything you saw?
Well, like you said, the 3-point shooting, like it was pretty bad for Miami. They couldn't throw a fucking rock in the ocean,
Just like the regular season.
Yeah, they shot 23.5% from deep in the first half, 32%, and a bunch of those threes were like when they were down 20 and nobody's playing defense anyway.
They're just shooting. Yeah.
Fucking Max Strus was goddamn terrible. Duncan Robinson,
okay, he wasn't doing a whole lot.
But on the other side, Michael Porter Jr. couldn't fucking make a 3 either. This dude was 2 of 11 from 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like the Nuggets shot it out the gym either. It's like both teams couldn't buy a bucket. The difference was the Nuggets were scoring at the rim nonstop with Aaron Gordon fucking putting smaller players all the way underneath the basket. This dude had 6 dunks or layups in the first quarter, Aaron Gordon did, and they shot 23 of 35 in the paint for the game.
Shit, they might fucking play Gabe Vincent out the series. They just kept getting that switch every single time, it seemed like. I was like, oh my God.
You see the one time Gabe Vincent tackled him at the 3-point line?
Yeah, he was like, nope, I can't deal with this. Hey man, he's way bigger than him. Like Aaron Gordon's what 6'9", 240.
Yeah.
Gabe Vincent's what 6 feet, 190. Like that's not even fair.
The Heat have the three biggest players on the court: Jokic, Aaron Gordon, and Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
All of
Michael
them are
Porter.
taller than Bam. All of them are bigger than Bam.
Yeah. Well, Michael Porter Jr. Are you height wise? Porter's taller, but
Yeah.
girth wise, I think Bam's got him girth wise. Porter, but Aaron Gordon. Yeah, Aaron Gordon and Bam Adebayo are the same size, and he's supposed to be guarding your boy, the MVP, the real
Yeah.
MVP, not the fraud, not that African fraud.
We know what the deal is now, don't we?
Hey, we said it.
Every game that he plays this postseason, it gets more and more ridiculous. The fact that he didn't win the shit.
Hey, he quit. He should have quit. But they're in the finals, so quit.
Haywood Highsmith is like, you'll never catch me quitting. I always stay ready. He was their one bright spot for the Miami Heat. He had 18 points, 7 to 10 shooting off the bench. He might be somebody who gets to play a little bit more. Everyone's talking about the return of Tyler Hero, but it's like, I think the Nuggets might be more excited about the return of Tyler Hero than the Miami Heat. As soon as he gets on the court, they're just going to fucking hunt him nonstop and wreck their entire fucking defense. Haywood Highsmith might be a better solution than Tyler.
Because he's got some more height on him, too. Like, how tall is he? Like 6'7"?
Yeah, something like that. He's tall, he's brawny, strong. He weighs
like 200. Yeah, he's like 220 or something. Like, if he can shoot like he's been shooting, because he shot pretty well versus Boston, too. So, like, they just didn't really give him a whole lot of minutes in there. And I don't think they really exactly needed him, in the Game 7. I feel like he was about to be the secret weapon, and then they were like, yeah, we're up 20 in the first. We're going to keep this weapon hidden.
Peyton Pritchard and Blake Griffin are out there for the Celtics. Let's keep this card. Let's keep it close to our vest.
Yeah, let's keep this in gear 1. We're not going to go any faster than this.
Hold on, are we still talking about the Heat, or are we talking about the Nuggets? The Nuggets look like they never tried to get out of gear 1 and they just were comfortable end to end, wire to wire in this.
It could go either way. Yeah, I mean, they were pretty much up 10 the whole time in the first half, and then the second half was a joke. Like, they were up 15 to 18 for majority of it, 20 at points. The Heat got it down to 10, and I was just like, oh, watch out, the Heat are down by 10. They exerted so much energy to just get it to 10. By the time Denver called a timeout and went back on the court, it went right back up to 18. I'm like, this shit's over. Because, like, Jimmy Butler looked like he was tired.
Yeah.
Like, for everything that he can do, it was a one-man show. He can't do it by himself. So I think it kind of looked like he conserved it, bro. He's doing the LeBron. He was like, analytically, this isn't going to work. We're not going to win here.
Well, we talked about before game 1, like teams that had home court advantage and at least 5 days of rest.
Yeah.
8-1 all time. So I think Jimmy probably knew that too. Like, he's used to stealing game 1s every fucking series, but I think a part of him in the back of his head knew, like, this is going to be a Herculean task to go in there and win game 1.
For sure.
And you know what? As long as you go back to Miami with a split, it doesn't matter if it came in game 1 or game 2. You know what I mean? Everyone talks game 1 swings the series. So does game 2. As long as you go back home fucking with 1-1, they're going to come out with their hair on fire. They're going to have their bodies acclimatized, having been there for 5 days already. They're going to have the like connectivity and the second efforts that they didn't have at moments in the first game. They're probably going to hit some open threes that they couldn't hit at all. I expect it to be closer, but that man Jokic, he just looked like ungoddamn stoppable. I was watching him. I was like, the only way to stop this man is you have got to get him in foul trouble. Like, you might just want to be okay with not scoring for like a 5-minute stretch and just run 12 fucking post-ups in a row right at Jokic. Just be like, yeah, we have got to get 2 fouls out of these next 12 possessions. It does not matter how much we fucking score. Like, we have just got to go at this man over and over and over again in every single action, exhaust him out, make him. Sometimes when he gets tired, he gets prone to like some sloppy fouls. You know what I mean? He gets lazy and will play with his hands. I think that's the only chance that they have. You got to rope-a-dope him. You got to get him on the bench in foul trouble. Because if he's out there on the court, Miami has no solutions.
Yeah. Bam just has to continue to do what he did in this game. It's like, make the bunnies. Every shot he took, hella space. This is the shit that people will talk about, and people get mad when Jokic is like very high in defensive stats. When you look at the game, sometimes it's like, I don't know, he's giving this guy a lot of space and they just miss. Like Bam just happened to hit all the shots where he had clearly 4 feet of separation between him and Jokic and like a 15-footer and in. He just hit the shots today. Because I saw him miss a lot of those versus Boston. I was like,
oh, fuck yeah. But that's
those,
their game plan for like all the talk about Jokic being lazy and that shit. He's like,
make other people shoot.
If we give up 20 floaters to the other team's center, like we're fucking fine with that in a playoff game. Like, please go ahead and shoot as many mid-range jumpers as you want, center from the other team. Like,
as long as you win, you're good to go. Just honestly, from what I saw, I'm not gonna dig too deep into it. Like I said, it was kind of unfair going into the game, just rest wise for both teams. So the only thing I really saw was like Miami in that goddamn zone.
It looked good when the game was out of hand.
Yeah.
And like they were down 20. It was like now they do the fucking analytical shit and they're like, oh, Miami ran zone for 18 possessions in the game and they only scored 16 points in them. It's like, in the first half they tore it apart and then in the fourth quarter they were fucking bored. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Denver, this is my I got a theory about Denver, bro. It's my Canadian soccer theory.
Okay.
Where I was saying if Canada is ever good at soccer, we're all fucked. Because you got to go to Canada and play the World Cup qualifiers in Canada in the winter, and it's fucking 2 degrees. Same shit with Denver. If they're ever good, you're never going to win in Denver. They're used to being a mile high into the sky, and you're just in Denver like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. And they're just running. Like, these dudes just run, and they just don't stop. There's nothing you can do about it. They don't really get tired.
No.
Jamal Murray and fucking Jokic, they just run. KCP runs.
I love how Jokic like gets the ball off the backboard and just pushes himself in transition. And he has he'll never cross anyone up. He'll never dribble the first person that comes up with pressure. He does it all just to get a fucking cross switch to make the first person in front of him guard him. And now there's a fucking dominoes falling everywhere. Everyone's mismatched on the wrong type of guys. And the next thing you know, Aaron Gordon has put Gabe Vincent out of bounds and is dunking the basketball.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, the Heat don't have... Like, the Lakers could kind of get away with it. That's why most of their games were close. Because, like, some of their guards, they're not tall or anything. But they at least would battle and try to get the switch back and do all that type of shit. Gabe Vincent has no chance. Kyle Lowry has no chance. He's too small. Max Strus, no chance. Like, if there's a cross match with those 3 guys and Duncan Robinson as well, it's a fucking cook fest.
You'll live with Kyle Lowry guarding 95% of big men on the block, but Jokic is in that 5% where it's not going to work. There's a 0% chance that you can do this for 1 minute in the fucking NBA Finals.
And Aaron Gordon, too, because he can dunk from outside the free throw line with 2 feet. And you're just like, oh, I thought I was in good position, but he just, jumped forward. And I was like, whoa, okay. Just got dunked on. Thanks, Aaron Gordon.
You're talking about their record at home, Terry. In their last 50 games,
ooh, what is it?
43-7.
Unstoppable, bro.
9-0 in the playoffs.
Yeah, undefeated. They can't be stopped. Miami, give it up. It's done. Steal the last game. If you can get to the last game, steal that one.
I was watching with 2 Miami Heat fans who were becoming apoplectic and getting blackout drunk in the middle of the third quarter.
They got a game 1. Like, are they stupid?
Oh, he was like, this dude, he kept calling fucking Eric Spoelstra Mr. Miyagi. He was like, oh no, we've seen this before. Mr. Miyagi, we're always down 15 points in the first half of game 1. Then we come back and win it. Trust me, he's cooking up something on the sidelines. We've seen this before. I was like, you ain't seen nothing like this man, the Oracle.
Yeah, no.
I promise you that.
He ain't cooking shit. He was slow roasting a fucking pig butt. That motherfucker was chilling. He was like, yeah, guys, we ain't getting this one. I'm surprised he even played Jimmy Butler 38 minutes and all this shit. It's like, just ooze. I'm not going to win this game. You're not. Why would you exert all that energy for no fucking reason? Play 30 minutes. Get all the bench boys in. Get in there, bench boys. Get the real Nikola Jokic in there. That one. Yeah.
The one who never graduated high school.
Yeah. Get that one. Game
I
one,
love
that's
how
dumb.
like if you're black and American, you have to like go 2 years in college and have an associate's degree. But if you're from Slovenia and white, it's like, oh, he can leave high school when he's 14 years old. He doesn't know how to divide fractions, but let's put him right in the NBA.
He can play. He can play pro. Different fucking country, man. It's different. Yeah. What am I supposed to do with this game one shit? Like what? I'll say this. Let's be gonna be blasphemous for a second.
Yeah,
I think Jokic and Murray just did some shit Kobe and Shaq could never do.
elaborate.
Jokic, triple double. Murray, double double. Shaq and Kobe have never done that in their entire playoff career together. Never.
I
Not
totally,
once.
and that was like a testament to how good they both were individually. That neither one of them ever made the other better, and they still were such a dominant force that like
Kobe
they
and
just
Shaq.
ran
Yeah.
fucking through everyone. Like Jokic and Murray both make each other better. Their synergy is off the charts.
You think Murray makes Jokic better? I
Yeah.
feel like Jokic makes Murray like 20 times better, and
Oh
Murray's
yeah,
just like, I'm a shooter.
but Murray knows when to look for him and how to get him the ball in those pockets. He doesn't fucking waste
He's
possessions
okay.
trying to throw lobs to him and shit. Like
Okay.
they're understanding their 2 man game where it's like fucking Murray will come off like a pin down on the other side of court. Then Jokic will flash all the way up to the elbow and run a second fucking screen for him. Then he'll flip the screen and Murray will snake it and get to the other fucking elbow and act like he's about to pull up for a jumper. And then there's that fucking pocket pass in his hands on time, on place every single time. Like, I love Murray because he doesn't have to be on the ball to create like
Nah.
Trae Young. Like,
Yeah.
he creates off the ball. He gives it up a ton of times during the possession. Like,
If
I
Trae Young
do
ever
think
learns
that
this
he
shit,
makes
he'll be good.
I do think he makes Jokic better. But it's a great point that like this is probably among the most like synergy we've seen in NBA history from a duo.
Yeah, I know it's one game, but I'm just saying, guys, like this run is crazy. Because playoff averages, I think Murray's averaging 26, maybe 27, and then Jokic is getting around the same, like 28, maybe 29. He's had some crazy games, so he might be in the 30s, but I'm gonna have to look at that. I mean, I'm just saying, when Shaq just poo-pooed at that shit, when they're like Jokic and Murray are like Kobe and Shaq, before the playoffs, he was like, "No one will ever be us. There's no one just like us. We're the best ever. No one could ever touch us." Kobe and no, he was like Jordan and Pippen couldn't even do what we did. I was like, "Okay, Shaq, calm the fuck down, buddy."
You want to be really blasphemous?
Go ahead.
I was thinking about this morning.
What?
If Jokic wins the championship and wins Finals MVP, I'm gonna vault him over Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. That's wild.
Yeah,
That's insane.
he did the one thing KD never could: build it himself. Be the guy, lead them all the way to the promised land. No all-star teammates.
He would be
Two-time
one of the few.
MVP. KD's never won it twice. Should have been 3-time. I think he jumps KD.
Nah, he's up there though. He needs some more time. And honestly, bro, like I like the new guys. I think the NBA's in good hands and everything with the stars, but
Not in terms of Americans, but yeah.
no, just the NBA. I mean, America, whatever. Like I said, all of the world could have the top 10. I'll take 10 through 100. That's totally fine with me. We'll still win. But anyways, besides the point, I think Jokic could dominate this league. I don't see anybody stopping him. What combination of people, especially with the new CBA, nobody can crew up. This shit's fucking done.
The only thing that can stop Jokic is if somebody talks him into doing some type of plyometrics, verticality, get on the Vertimax in the summer. He learns to jump high and comes down and hurts his foot. That's the only way.
It's not happening. Yeah, I don't know, man. This dude looks really good. This team looks good. If they can keep these guys, I don't know. Because Porter's going to be expensive. But did he already get his bag? Did they already pay him? I think they already paid him.
Yeah. He's on a big contract. But it's like what you're talking about with Jokic. It's like, how long do you think his prime is going to go? Because the way that his game is tailored, it's like he's not going to be much worse at anything that he does now when he's 35 years old.
Well, how old is he? 27?
Yeah.
I'd say he's probably still going to be this good until 32. And then he'll, because just because he's taller, like, it's always a trajectory. I can't just say just because his game or whatever, he'll still kind of be the same. He'll
But
still
it's
be
like,
really good.
He doesn't use his athleticism. Like,
I mean,
I
the
feel like
running,
a
the
35
out of
year,
the break. Forget
yeah,
the
but
cross matches.
he won't be able to do that as much. But it's like he'll probably figure out something else that's like, oh, I've developed a fucking sky hook during the next 7 years, and so good
Man,
luck putting anybody on me on the block. Like,
is he gonna get respect if he wins? Who do you want Jokic to win this more than Butler, right?
yeah,
Or does it
yeah,
matter? You don't care
yeah.
either way.
No, I'm
You
I'm
got
I'm openly rooting for Jokic at this
Big
point.
Yoke, the best
Yeah.
15 in Denver history.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
I'll be happy for Jimmy too, because it's like, all these questions about legacies had me think about D Wade and Jimmy and all the great performances that we've seen from Flash in the playoffs. And then,
yeah,
going back, it was
Zaxby's.
like Jimmy's probably had, like, when you look at game score in Miami Heat history, he is
Oh
9 out of the 10 top game scores in
really,
playoff
Jimmy
history.
over
Jimmy.
Wade? Huh.
Yep.
Wade, I mean, because Wade's a fucking free throw hunter back in the day. People kind of forgot about that shit.
So it's
He
like,
was
I don't
good
know
though.
if Wade, with this team around with Duncan Robinson, Max Strus, and Bam Adebayo, I don't know if he could take them this far. Like,
D
winning a
Wade.
championship for Jimmy would change everything in a way that he probably has more on the line than Jokic does, like more to gain from this.
Maybe. I like D Wade. I like Butler too, but prime D Wade was. I gotta give it to D Wade. I gotta respect the guy. The dude's too good. 3 chips. He ripped two. He didn't do much in that third one. I'll give him
Yeah.
2 chips.
Either way,
As
Jimmy's not out here playing with Shaq and Braun.
that's true. That's true. Hey, but there's no question. You might be right. Jokic over Durant is crazy though. I can't do it. They were having conversations on ESPN and shit. Where is he at if he wins? Top 20? You said over Durant,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
you have Durant like fucking 35 because you're.
But I think what doing what he's doing is going to be a greater achievement than anything Kevin Durant has achieved at any point in his career.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, if you have the higher achievement and you're a fucking back-to-back MVP, like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna elevate him.
You got to
Same
think
reason,
about it.
same reason I got Steph over KD is like, you drove the bus, you
Oh
built the
yeah.
culture, you were the best player in the finals. Like, it was
Steph
all
over
about
KD.
you.
Yeah.
That was harder than what Kevin Durant did.
Yeah. Steph over KD. That's not a question because there's how many multi-time MVPs out there? Like 10.
I don't even know, man. Probably
Like
not that many.
Jordan, Kareem, Magic, Larry, LeBron. Because Kobe and Shaq didn't get it. So you got Moses Malone. He's got a couple. Giannis has 2.
Did
That's
Hakeem
7.
win 2 when Jordan was out the league?
Uh, Hakeem might have 2. So that'd be 8 people. Bill Russell probably has 2. If I didn't say Kareem, but I think I did. So that's like 9 people. Steve Nash, that's bullshit.
Jesus Christ.
He's got 2. He doesn't have a championship though. So he's not really like a part of the conversation. So man, 9 people. He's a part of the 11 guys that got 2 MVPs,
Yeah.
and now he's gonna get a championship, possibly. Don't want to
Yeah.
disrespect the Heat. Don't want to disrespect the
Oh,
Heat.
did you
all year.
include Giannis?
Yeah, I said Giannis.
Okay.
Yeah, Giannis got 2, back to back. Who? Anybody else got? Steph. I fucked up. Steph's got 2. That's 12. Big Yoke.
Top
2
15.
MVPs.
He
2
passes.
MVP.
He passes Dirk for sure.
Top 15.
I think
Dirk has 2.
Dirk has
Dirk has
1.
Tim Duncan. My bad. I forgot about Big Timmy.
Oh yeah, he's still got a ways to go to catch up to Tim Duncan.
Yeah, Tim Duncan might be top 5, honestly. Yo, did you see that shit? Like AI created a top 10 and it had Tim Duncan at number 2. Just numbers and data.
Wait a minute, Allen Iverson put Tim Duncan number 2 on his fucking list.
Nah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence. They had Tim Duncan number 2.
Oh my God, where was Jerry
Just
West?
numbers.
Where was Jerry West?
No, he wasn't part of the top 10. I think it
Okay.
was. I should have screenshotted the shit, but it was like MJ, Tim Duncan, fucking Kareem. I think LeBron was 4.
Wait a minute, AI
Yeah.
hates Bill Russell, huh?
Oh, bro, Russell was like 8 or 9.
They're like, half of his data came before computers were invented. We can't properly.
Well, like Bill Russell's got all the championships and like MVPs, but his numbers ain't. You know what I'm saying? His offensive numbers. If you compare Bill Russell's offensive numbers, just points and assists, to fucking it, all the top 10, maybe the top 20, you're just like, Who the fuck is this Bill Russell guy? He scores 12 points a game. Get him the fuck out of here. But respectively, through history,
he also had 35 rebounds and
yeah.
9 block shots that were like
That's what I'm
passes
saying.
into
So,
fast
like,
breaks. Like
it just like depends on how you value defense. He's the best defender of all time. So it's like him and Tim Duncan and Olajuwon. It just depends on where you put those guys. Like for me, the era is just so far back. Like I'm gonna always keep him in the top 5 just for he's the fucking guy, like in that era.
mhm.
But over time, if dudes like Jokic keep emerging, if Steph wins another championship, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Bill,
Yeah.
you gotta leave. You know what I'm saying?
Jokic, man, I mean, this is quite a feather in your cap to win Finals MVP with no other All Stars. I can't remember the other time.
Jamal Murray's odds are only 5-1. Just saying. And he played a nice game 1. Jokic can't slit because Murray has a favorable matchup. They have horrible guards. They don't play good defense.
I understand Jamal Murray is very good, but like I'm not going to beat Nikola Jokic out here and act like he's actually the best player on the team. It's clearly Jokic.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying the best player. There's no question who the best player is, but like it's a stat thing for Finals MVP. So like if Murray continues to score 26, 27, and Jokic, relaxes one game and scores 20, 10, and 10, and you're like, oh no, the Spurs guys got fucking 27 and 10, guys. Right. The talks are going to start.
That's how you end up with Caleb Martin having 4 MVP votes.
Hey, man, I think he was the most important player, but yeah, go ahead.
Like, you know me, man. I'd rather you have fucking like 24 and 14 than you have 30 and 10. Like, that's just fucking simple math.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For me, because you help more points. I get it. You provide more like opportunities to score and all that type of shit. You know me. I like assists and rebounds. If I score, that's cool. I don't really give that much of a fuck. As long as I win, I don't give a shit what happens. I just want to win the game.
14 assists in game 1. And some of them were like the turn to the person next to you and be like, did you see that variety? You know what I mean?
Wait, like, where is he in passers now? He's made this run. You already had him above Jason Kidd before, I think during the season, and I was like, I don't know about that. I still don't have him above Jason Kidd yet. He's still got to give me a little bit more time. Him and J Kidd are around the same. Where's he at for you? Still top 5?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's like it's him, Bird, Magic, LeBron, John Stockton.
So he's above J Kidd and Chris Paul and Steve Nash?
Yeah.
Ooh,
because of the variety, man. It's like however you want it. It's like his passenger is like going to a K&W cafeteria. He's like, oh, I got 50 fucking options for you. What do you want? Pecan pie, cherry pie, mac and cheese, coleslaw, brisket? It doesn't matter. I got it all for you right here. Fucking passes, bounce passes with English in the tight windows, over the head flips while I'm not looking, touch passes that just redirect it to another player where I never even catch the ball.
Yeah.
The ones where he catches the ball and just leaves it and sets a screen for somebody to come hit a 3 behind him, where he just catch the ball and leave it right behind him and go like bloop.
Yeah.
The man is just unbelievable. And his patience too. Like he always works to find a perfect window. Like he won't throw the pass when Aaron Gordon doesn't have perfect position. Like if he's off balance or he's a half foot away from a steal, he'll fucking shimmy, look to somebody else with no intention of ever doing anything, and just wait for Aaron Gordon to get that full steal. Wait for the window to open and put it there. The way that he manipulates people, like I was just watching, like every time he does these dribble handoffs, it's like he throws like a little shoulder joint first, a little fake spin. 3 people fucking rotate for no reason just off of that shit. Like he's looking at people just to move people. The guy plays like a fucking soccer player, man. He really does. It's like watching Sergi Busquets out there dribble a fucking basketball around.
The only stat I got for J Kidd, which was a crazy one, every team he played on after year 7, they were top 5 in assists. So I gotta give it to him. Even the fucking Knicks squad that won 54, you put old ass.
It's almost like Jason Kidd tried to run all the time, and they led the league in pace.
Bounce that motherfucker. I mean, with the Knicks, it's just a tough stat, bro. I love Yoke. Yeah. And we also forgot Karl Malone won 2 MVPs and Bob Pettit. Ugh.
Yeah, we forgot about Karl Malone on purpose.
Due to illness, due to his illness.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's tough. Top 25, Big Yoke championship.
Easy.
He's in there. He's
Easy.
better than KG.
I'd said it was disrespectful as fuck that he wasn't in the NBA 75.
He hadn't done anything except for the MVPs at that point yet. I get it though. I understand, but I don't know. So you think he's better than Dwight Howard easily, right? That's not even a question. No, that's a joke. So if we're moving him up, right? So he's better than KG.
Yeah.
He's better.
Now this is if he wins. If he wins the chip and finals MVP.
Okay. So if he doesn't win, that's gonna fuck up his trajectory. Honestly, like it really will. They'll put him back in the Joel Embiid and the Steve Nash conversations. You don't want to be in those nasty ass conversations. Because I don't even know if Joel's top 75 right now. Great fucking talent. Great talent.
He's so lucky he got this fucking nominal People's MVP, so that he can lean on that for the rest of the time.
Still hasn't been past the second round though. That's insane.
Yeah, well aware.
But anyways, so if he wins, he's past KG. Barkley?
Yeah,
I
think he's already passed Barkley. Yeah, already passed Barkley. He's already passed Dirk.
He's already passed Dirk. No championship. I can't give him that. Dirk won the toughest champ. I think Dirk's
maybe
the
you're
toughest championship ever, bro.
I think he's better than Dirk, but Dirk might be greater in terms of getting it done. Yeah.
Yeah, like if I'm putting you on all-time list, I think he's better than a lot of guys. Like talent-wise, he might be already like for me, he's top 10 talent. Like he's around 10, 11 for me, but like you got to win though, Hopefully I do. If he loses, it'll definitely fuck up everything. If Jimmy Butler loses, it's really not that big a deal if Jimmy Butler's 0-2 in NBA Finals because we're just like, I know who Jimmy Butler is. Great fucking playoff guy. Played on teams that were like mediocre. We never gave him a chance ever. So if he loses, it's not that big. If he wins, we'll be like, oh, okay, cool, Jimmy.
If Jimmy Butler wins, we start putting him with like Kawhi and those guys. Like right now, he feels like Kawhi light to me. You know what I mean?
Jimmy Butler's not top 75 though, right? I don't think he's top 75, bro.
Man,
he's great, bro, but he's not top 75. Like I think he's in there. He's like a little bit better than like Paul George. And
I don't know. I think like because the Bucks won the championship out of the East, like we look at them as being like the best team out of the East the last couple of years. But Miami made 3 out of the 4 last conference finals.
No, they're the third best team in the last 5 years, I would say.
But it's like they were the ones most often in the conference finals and in the NBA finals out of everybody. So it's like
Boston was in there in like 2018 and last year, this year. I think 2 years before when Kyrie was there. They were there for a while. I don't know.
Because the Heat, remember, they got there in the bubble, then they lost on the last shot to the Celtics last year, then they made it again there this year, and they're back in the finals. So I just think the further we zoom out from that, the more credit we're going to give Jimmy Butler, being like, this dude took fucking Bam Adebayo, who didn't make an all-star team, and 6 undrafted guys in the NBA Finals twice.
Yeah.
Like,
wait, didn't Bam make an all-star this year?
I don't think so.
Bam got an all-star. I'll check, but yeah, you're right.
Did he? Was he their one all-star? I thought he had a slow start to the season, but maybe he did. Maybe he did make it.
I'll check. But what you were saying, Jimmy Butler top 75. That's a question. I don't know. I don't know, brother. That's a tough one.
He is the most on the line out of everybody, man. Because like if he wins this chip, it'll change the trajectory of his legacy forever and ever and ever. Like he'll get catapulted up like 25 spots if he wins a fucking championship. Yeah. It'll be like a fucking elevator.
Kawhi, though. I don't know. Because, like, that Toronto shit was tough. He went through some really good fucking teams in the East. Even though LeBron left and all that, there was still some good teams.
Jimmy Butler went through the fucking number 1 Bucks. And then the Celtics would... Everyone had picked the Celtics all fucking year long. And he dusted off both of them. Obviously, we're not going to talk about the Knicks. Everyone expected them to bow out. But...
if we picked the Knicks like dumbasses... Nah, didn't Giannis miss 2 games? Or was it just 1?
I think he missed 2.
Yeah, I mean, Giannis missed 2 games. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? They beat him in 5. He missed 2 of them shits. I mean, they won.
It's not like you could say they played a cupcake path, to get here. Like everyone's trying to do right now about Denver, being like Denver had the easiest path to
Oh
the
yeah, I
finals
ain't
in
trying to hear none
NBA
of that shit.
history. Oh yeah,
Yeah, of
all this
course on
revisionist
paper.
bullshit.
I hope people don't do that shit on paper. They beat a play-in team. They're the playoffs. That play-in shit's done. They're a playoff team once they're in there. Like that play-in shit. Yeah, they were in the play-in game, but they're in the playoffs now. Get
It's
rid of
like
that.
they beat a 4 seed, yeah, who was favored to win the NBA championship
KD
before the
was on the
playoffs started.
team. Yeah, KD and Booker on the team. I don't want to hear that shit. Did they have a bad team if you look at it? Yeah, but it's still KD and Booker. And they won. They got 2 games in Phoenix, kind of handedly. And those dudes played crazy. And even Game 5, fucking Devin Booker played great. So I'm not trying to hear that shit. And the Laker thing, they have a good team. Was it a trade deadline acquisition? Yeah, but they were the second best team in the whole NBA after the trade deadline? That's a good team. Oh, they're a 7 seed. That's not they were a fraudulent 7 seed. They were like a fucking 2-3 seed. They're a really good team.
But people have already started trying to discredit the Nuggets and saying, "Oh, if Jokic doesn't win this, he's a fraudulent MVP." They had the easiest path to the finals of any team in the last 10 years. All this other bullshit. No team has ever played like 4 seed, 6 seed, 7, like whatever the fuck the narrative
Stop
is.
with the seeds. Look at the team. Like
Right.
know who's on the team.
This year, seeds didn't mean shit. We
it's
saw
not parity.
8 seeds win in the first round, 7 seeds win in the first round, both 8 and 7 get to the conference finals. Like
It's different circumstances.
throw that seed shit out. Back when everyone had like 3 and 4 stars, and it was like, oh, the Atlanta Hawks are playing Boston Celtics Big Three in the first round on NBA TV. Back then, it'd be like, oh, you played a fucking 8 seed. Like, come on now. They were going against Joe Johnson. Like, But nowadays, it's like every team has 2. Every team has 2. And the difference between like the second best team in the fucking division or the conference and the 8th best team, completely marginal. And we saw that borne out in the playoffs. So talking about all this 8 seed shit, it was like, maybe if we were back in the super team eras, but we're not. The league has changed.
And you got to think Golden State was a 6 seed. People still thought they were a really good fucking team. So it's like, even I swear to God, it's like even if they beat Golden State, people would have been like, Golden State's a 6 seed. No. It's all, bro. It's always the like, maybe it's a LeBron thing. Like the crew, they're just like, nah, we were a 7 seed. It doesn't matter. LeBron's 38. No, he's not good anymore. We don't want to hear that. After he almost averaged a triple-double at 30. He was good.
Well, LeBron is constantly in like blame deflection mode or like looking for something to pick. You remember the hand wrap in the Cleveland finals? You remember that?
He punched a hole in the wall. J.R. Smith. Oh, man. I'm so mad at him for that. Because, like, the way he played in Game 1, I clearly saw something was off because he wasn't hitting any threes. He was playing really passive, even though he still scored, like, 35 a game. But, it was like, that was prime LeBron. He was a fucking beast. But can you imagine if he didn't? If he just stayed playing 51-point LeBron the whole series, they would have got swept like it was nothing. Them shits, it would have been actual good fucking games. But anyways,
we would have actually gotten to find out about Kevin Durant's legacy. Oh, wait.
How much did he score in that Game 1? Like 18 points?
LeBron or KD?
No, KD. That Game 1, he played like ass.
And
He's
LeBron
really
had
lucky.
50-plus.
They are so 51. That's the best game I've ever seen. That I can remember consciously. I remember Jordan's game when in versus Utah when they scored like 80 points. He scored 35, but like I was 7. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When I saw LeBron do this shit, I was 20-something.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that shit. I remember where I was. I was like, this guy, if he beats this team, even if he takes one game away, like, shout out to AI for taking one away from the Lakers. I saw that doc. Did you see that doc? Why Not Philly? 2001 NBA, like, Philly's run to the championship. I think the LeBron shit would have been more impressive to beat that team because there was no Kyrie. And was Kevin Love? Kevin Love was still there, but it was like they took Kyrie away from the team. It's just LeBron and shooters, if they would have taken a game away from them. But anyways, we're all
they were starting Channing Frye.
Yeah, that was their experiment. They're like, Channing, get in there. And he was hitting threes too. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. The LeBron fans are starting to do this, Jokic tear down. But there ain't no tearing down. This dude's good. He's the best in the league, guys. Thanks for watching. You know what I'm saying? Finally, you guys get to see greatness. If you're not watching it, that's on y'all.
Everyone but people who live in Denver, where it's blacked out, and they can't watch the best player in the league.
Are they not on the Altitude Network anymore? Is that contract done? What's going on
No,
with that?
the dude
What
who
happened?
owns the fucking Altitude Network has a beef with like the people who own the cable package and is refusing to add
Oh,
it to the local
okay.
cable
Got it.
package.
Got it. Got
Yeah. The guy who owns the Altitude Network is also the owner of the team. And he's like, until you guys give me what this is deserved, nobody's going to watch Nuggets basketball. It's like, how does that make any sense at all, bro?
That's stupid. That's dumb. It's kind of it's so you know what's funny is like when the Hornets are on NBA TV and you can't watch it, like they
Yeah.
black it out. I'm just
Yeah.
like, yo, what are we doing?
That's
I did.
every day in the life of a Nuggets fan.
It's so stupid, bro.
They're so happy that they made the NBA Finals so they can watch their team on ABC and see them for the first time all year. Like,
Yeah. Ugh.
but
Well,
congratulations to the rest of you guys for catching up and realizing that you're getting to watch the best player in the NBA. It's a fucking sight to behold. This dude is gonna. I think I picked Nuggets in 5.
yeah.
Nothing I saw from Game 1 is gonna change that prediction.
Nah.
I turned to those Heat fans I was watching the game with. I was like, I ain't gonna say grab your brooms yet,
It's nothing more than I would love to see than a sweep of the Heat.
but get your
He told-
Swiffers. Get
he
your
told
fucking Swiffers out and get ready. I don't know
Is
if it's
Tyler
broom
Hero-
season, but it's Swiffer season already.
You think Tyler Hero's gonna make a difference in this?
Yeah, for the Nuggets.
Yeah, they're too good at mismatches, man.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. I feel bad for guys that are one-way players or like no-way players, like you like to say. Like D'Angelo
Mhm.
Russell is a no-way player. You're in trouble. If you can't play defense, the Nuggets are going to figure it out quick. They got your shit. They got
Yeah.
you. You got. This is.
I can't wait for Tyler Hero. I almost wore a Tyler Hero jersey out to watch the game and to just openly root for the Nuggets. It confused the fuck out of everybody.
God,
I
you need
was
to get
like-
yourself a Jokic fucking jersey, bro.
I do.
think this might be your favorite player ever is Kobe, right?
Yeah.
I think Jokic might steal your heart, brother.
He may have.
I know you were a kid and all that, but
Because honestly, Terry, if I'm going to be
Type of
really
game.
honest with myself, like, you imagine yourself, at least me, I spent a lot of time imagining what would it be like if I was 7 feet? If I was
yeah, but
fucking
you
6'11".
can't pass. You can't pass. That's not saying that you're a fucking Jokic level passer. I don't even think you're like a Nick Van Exel passer, brother. I'm not
Get
even
the
going.
fuck
You
outta
can
here.
you can pass it. You're like Kobe, right? You're like, hey, I get some buckets. If I need to pass, I can do it. But that's not in my repertoire. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I need to do.
That couldn't be more false, sir. How dare you?
No,
That's
not at all.
that's what happens when I play with stagnant motherfuckers like you who want to go hang out in the corner instead of
no.
cutting to the basket.
No. Hey, our all-time winning percentage is probably 70%. I don't want to hear that shit. Don't talk to me. Talk to me nice. I've seen you play a million games. I know how you play. You're a
I tell you
bucket
what.
getter. You're not a black hole.
If you're making the cuts and I'm at that high post, I'll feed you all day long. I tell you though, like, he does all this stuff I want to do. And I think that might be like why I like him the most, because it's like there's nothing that he does that you can't do, like with being his height. Like, you don't have to. It's the Steph Curry shit, right? Where it's like
yeah.
you look at LeBron and you're like, what he does is impossible for me to ever approach. And then you look at Steph and you're like, oh, if I put 70,000 hours in and fucking like learn how to dribble and do all the footwork,
Shoot threes.
yeah, maybe I could one day approach this level or like be this archetype of a player. With Jokic, it's the same thing. It's like nothing that he does looks superhuman. It's all attainable. It's all stuff that you can learn, and that's what I think that draws me to it the most.
No, that's true. I kind of feel like that when I watch like Pat Beverly and if I just play hard as fuck, I can make the NBA.
I definitely got that when I watched Royal Ivy and Skylar Mays. I was like, if they can do it, maybe there's a chance.
Oh,
Matthew,
God.
there's a little Matthew Dellavedova in all of us, huh?
Jesus Christ. Well, you heard it here, not first, but you heard it here. Jokic, if he wins a chip.
Hey, if this
Top
pod
25.
can be produced and is not a garbled, fucking mangled mess of audio nonsense, we're on a fucking terrible streak and not getting 3 pods out in a row. So I'm gonna
That
keep
is
my
true.
fingers crossed. Terry, I'm gonna get in the lab. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to fucking produce this shit and make sure that people have it. I don't care if I have to break it down into 30 fucking parts. I will do it, sir.
But I think we did get an extra 10 subscribers or was it 100? I can't. It went up by something.
Oh,
It's
did
like
it?
1.37 thousand or some shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to you.
Appreciate you guys. We'll be back on Tuesday.
Anything else you want to talk about? That's it? Straight finals?
Oh, you want to talk about the racist shit at the soccer tournament in Raleigh?
Not really. Yo, shout out to the TST though. The TST is out here. It's in Cary. Don't disrespect Cary like that. You know, a little subdivision that's inside of Raleigh, which makes no sense. You can drive through Cary and still be in Raleigh. But anyways, tournament's over there. You know, $1 million cash prize. It is based off of the TBT tournament that they play on ESPN. You can catch all the games on Peacock and YouTube, which is kind of fucking dope. I watched a couple of those games.
I didn't know that shit was on Peacock. That is pretty awesome.
It's huge. I'm telling you right now, I'm probably going to try to get into it next year. Like, for me, it's not soccer. It's just to get back in shape. I'm just going to run. Soccer, I think I got to a level where it's like, I can always probably just play soccer. Like, it'll be fine. I just need to be in shape. Because you can't just run around, do some shit, dribble, and be like, all right, sub me up. I'm out.
Bro, I feel you. I played in our fucking game from our adult team on Wednesday. I felt like I was made of wood. I could not flip my hips for shit. This one dude fucked me so bad one-on-one, I just grabbed him and pulled him to the ground. I tried to kick him with both feet and missed, and so I turned and tackled him.
Jesus Christ, dog. Yeah, no, I don't have those problems.
I was looking like fucking Bambi when he was first born on the goddamn ice. Like, it was bad. But after that, I was like, I gotta do more. I know my neck has been hurt and I've lost some game condition, but god damn, I cannot be out here like a fucking walrus on the soccer field.
Are you cleared to play?
Yeah.
I think it's free.
I even had a header, a clearance. They curved it in. I was like, I was guarding this big motherfucker. I was like, please do not cross into this dude. I was like, I don't know how I ended up on this guy on a fucking corner kick with a hurt neck. Of course, they fucking crossed it to him, and the ball goes like right to me in the position, and I was just like, fuck, the entire time the ball was in the air. Yeah. I considered like ducking at the last minute and just seeing if they would fuck up the person behind me, but I was like, don't be a bitch.
Yeah. So at this point in our lives, we're gonna go behind the scenes. If we were to make a team, just between you and I, right? Between people that we know. Because I at this tournament, I think there's at least, I'd say like 20 people I've played with, like that have been my teammates before. So like I know a bunch of guys. I got invited to play for 2 separate teams, but I was like, guys, I'm not in shape. I'm not about to embarrass myself. And I was like, this shit's on TV? Oh, nah. You ain't about to get me fucked up. No way. But anyways, of the people that we know, who would be like perfect for us to play in a 7v7? I think I could dominate a 7v7 and like show the world what the fuck's up. Like that shit is perfect for me. I get hella goals in that shit. That'd be easy, buddy.
How fat is Kevin Alba right now?
I think he's out, bro. Because remember he tore his Achilles. Because I would love to play with Kevin in his prime, like a 7v7. He'd be fucking perfect and run all day. But I think his Achilles is fucked up. He played in a semi-pro game, I think like 3 weeks ago, and he said his whole like calf to his heel was hurting. He was like, I can't play.
I tell you what, there's this dude Luis on my fucking neighborhood team who could play. This dude is fucking nasty. He's good.
He's pretty good. Yeah.
Yep. Otherwise, down here, I played with this big fucking Scottish guy who was good as shit. He's like 6'4". This guy tries harder than a motherfucker. I was like, he's one of these people that was like, you out here playing pickup, and you're like, damn, I need to start raising my level and running forward 40 yards to get on the end of these balls and shit.
No, like,
he'd be a good addition.
There used to be a guy at UNC that used to play like that. He would like tackle you really hard and be like, oh, we're playing. Got it.
Yeah.
So every time he came around, I was like, if you come here again, I'm fucking you up. Like, you got me pretty good, but it's not happening again. But anyways, Santi 707, I think he's out of shape too, though. I think everyone we know is out of shape, except for Grant. I know
Carlos is a fucking air hockey player now.
He's the number 5. He's the number 5 air hockey player in North Carolina. Which is
hopefully we'll play on small goals and put him in goal. You know what I mean?
Nah, that shit would be funny.
Amongst like all the old group though, it's like everybody's kind of moved on. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I would say Michael Osei, but it's like I'm not really friends with him anymore.
I don't think he's played in 7 years. He hasn't played in like 7 years.
Grant is probably the best bet, like you said, out of everybody to be ready.
I like saw him play like.
I wonder what Ruben's been doing.
I think he just got either married or engaged.
Oh, he's out. He's out.
Yeah, Ricky. I don't think he's played soccer in forever. Honestly.
Oh yeah, we'd have to get Ricky on the 7-on-17. We'd have to have Ricky for
just
that.
For
jump.
scoring purposes only. This guy.
Yeah.
He's one of the best finishers I've ever seen. A horrible mind, but just scoring goals, fucking fantastic.
It depends what formation. We playing a 3-1-2. We playing a 2-3-1. What are we doing?
It's a 3-3 flexible. You figure it out. 3-3 flexible. The guys up top everybody just keep moving. That's what I'm saying. Just get in shape. Don't even play soccer. Just run. Be in shape, and we're fine. All the connectivity will get there. It's just soccer.
Yeah.
You know, I be forgetting some people's minds are kind of stupid. Some guys need to play soccer. A couple of us just need to get in shape. Some of these other dudes, they need to play multiple games and shit. That was the thing. Like, the one dude, he was like, yeah, man, we're doing 2-a-days for like 3 weeks straight. I was like, I have a fucking job and a wife. Like, I'm not about to do 2-a-days, dog.
Some of you guys just need to do 2-a-day fucking VR training so you can make better decisions. This motherfuckers go on a 70-yard sprint to the corner to get double teamed by 3 people. Like,
some people's minds, man, they're just not there. Yeah, I don't know.
What we would need athletes. I think me and Santi, we got to be there to like control the physicality and the pace of the game, slow it down. But it's like
the coaches. I'll let you be the coach. Yeah, you just coach for the sidelines.
Fuck
if you
you.
Need to step in, you step in.
I'm ready to go. All right. This wooden chair is ready to play center back.
I mean, you're good. You can play.
For all of the like creakiness that I felt, when the ball was at my feet, I still feel the same as ever. And I had 2 assists. It was skipping past people easily, like I always do.
Damn, you get assists. That's wild. That's insane. What about Allen?
Fuck off.
Is he good enough?
Who?
Allen.
No. No. Allen can provide the post game meal at Los Patrios. That's what Allen can do.
What about like Osmond or somebody like that? Nah.
He could distract the other team with his eyebrows. He could definitely give some hard fouls, studs up in midfield.
Oh fuck, man! Yeah, our old
I don't know.
Trash. We'd have to get like new people. I'll talk to some people, see who we can get. If I don't like it, I'll miss out. But I'd like if it's this close to my house, I'd like to just be like, all right, fuck it, I'll do it. It costs a lot though, but I'd participate. That's a lot of money to just be like, nah, I'm good.
Like I said, we got to get somebody to sponsor us. If we can get like a corporation to spark, like we should have like a theme or like a crusade. It's like we're participating in this tournament to bring awareness to some fucking cause that we feel very strongly about that needs to be changed. We're playing in this tournament to bring awareness to overpopulation in China, and then we'll get sponsored by Sony. You know what I mean? Like that's what we need to do.
Oh shit! You know what? You know who I forgot? Well, Haji doesn't play soccer anymore. He used to be straight. We were a good little threesome, bro. You, me, and him.
After he broke his leg, he was like, never again. I ask him all the time, I'd be like, why don't you play soccer? He's like, oh, no, brother. Oh, no. No.
He conquered his goal. He didn't do it again. I saw him play once, but he looked hobbled. I was like, you broke your leg 5 years ago, man. Like, why are you limping around?
Honestly, when you look back at those 3v3 joints, it's a fucking miracle that we finished 4th in the world and 5th in the world with a team of bums that we were, with fucking Allen and me and Andrew Lamoureux and Michael Bokar and Will Powell.
It's all about hard work and determination.
I tell you what, we were on a fucking string, nailing those rotations. Nobody could score on us in that shit. Our rotations were on point.
You gonna give me credit for being the best 3v3 player in the world? Like, have you ever seen in your life?
I don't know. Michael Osei is pretty good.
Nah, Osei was straight. He did really dumb shit. Honestly, it's just defense. I mean, like, it's all about defense, and like, if you got a spurt, go and score that shit. That's pretty much it. That's all you really have to do. Just be
got to be disciplined. Well, we're gonna get back to the discipline. I'll make sure that this podcast gets out there to the internet. Until then, we'll see you guys on Tuesday.
North Carolina, Continue to stand up.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.